America did not invent financial control. It stole it from medieval bankers. And what I'm about to show you will change how you see every war, every trade deal, every dollar in your wallet. In 1397, a family in Florence discovered how to control kings without armies. Britain copied it and conquered a quarter of the planet. America perfected it and now runs the world with it. This is not theory, this is documented history. And by the end of this video, you will see the exact 3-step playbook operating right now. Here's the part that will blow your mind. You are inside this system, and it's working on you the same way it worked on kings. Florence, 1397. Giovanni de' Medici opens a bank, but he is not just lending money. He is building a trap that will enslave European royalty for centuries. Here's what he figured out. When a king borrows money for war, you do not just give him gold, you give him dependency. The loan comes with conditions, tax collection rights, trade agreements, political favors. And here is the beautiful part. When the debt grows too large, the king cannot refuse to pay, because the Medici control the banking network that runs all international trade. Stop paying, and your entire economy freezes. Your merchants cannot do business. Your soldiers do not get paid. Your kingdom collapses from within. No invasion needed. According to financial historians studying the Medici archives, they did not conquer through violence. They conquered through ledgers. Florence was not the biggest military power in Europe, but for decades, it was the most powerful force, period. And here is the 3-step system they invented, the same system America uses today. Step 1. Monopolize the financial infrastructure. The Medici established branches across every major European city. You could not do international business without going through their network. They made themselves indispensable. Step 2. Lend to both sides of every conflict. Medici records show they financed opposing armies in the same wars. Guaranteed profit, guaranteed leverage, no matter who wins. Step 3. Embed your people everywhere. Medici family members became popes, married into royal families, advised kings. They were not outsiders demanding payment. They were insiders writing the rules. Military conquest is expensive and temporary. Financial control is cheap and permanent. The Medici proved it, but they eventually fell. Their system did not. It evolved. Fast forward to the 1700s. Britain is watching, learning, and about to take this playbook global. Here is how it worked. Britain enters a region, offers loans to local rulers for infrastructure, railroads, ports, modern systems. These projects genuinely work. The infrastructure functions. But here's the trap. It is designed to require ongoing British expertise, British currency, and British control. India is the perfect example. According to economist Utsa Patnaik's research, Britain extracted an estimated $45 trillion in today's money from India over 200 years. But there were no dramatic heists. It happened through debt servicing, controlled trade routes, and infrastructure that funneled wealth systematically. The contracts were legal, the rulers signed willingly, but the system was rigged. You could pay your debts or feed your people, never both. And if you tried to break free, economic sanctions, credit freezes, instant collapse. Britain took the Medici playbook, the 3 steps: monopolize infrastructure, finance all sides, embed insiders, and scaled it across continents. They made the British pound the necessary currency for global trade. They put colonial administrators in every government. They created ruling classes educated in British schools who naturally favored British interests. This was not just theft. It was systematic rewiring of entire economies to serve external creditors instead of local populations. Generations grew up in poverty, not because of cruelty, but because the math was designed that way. Britain perfected financial empire, but after World War II, they lost their grip. America was ready. July 1944, Bretton Woods, New Hampshire. 44 nations meet to rebuild the global financial system. And in that room, America secures power the Medici could only dream of. The US dollar becomes the world reserve currency, not through war, through agreement. Every nation needs dollars to buy oil, to trade internationally, to hold reserves. This is the Medici network, rebuilt at planetary scale. But here is where it gets wild. In 1971, Nixon ends dollar convertibility to gold. Now the dollar is backed by nothing except the fact that you need it to function in the global economy. America can print currency that other nations must accept because they have no choice. According to Federal Reserve data, the U.S. runs massive trade deficits, importing more than it exports. Normally, this collapses currencies, but because the dollar is the reserve, the rules do not apply. Other nations send goods. America sends paper it can print. The infrastructure, the IMF, World Bank, SWIFT payment systems, all American dominated. These are the modern Medici branches. And when nations step out of line, Iran, Russia, Venezuela, they face sanctions. Suddenly, they cannot access SWIFT, cannot trade in dollars. Their economies suffer instant damage. No bombs, no invasions, just financial exclusion. The same mechanism the Medici used against Italian cities, the same Britain used against colonies, now digitized and operating at light speed. America is now trapped in its own system. U.S. national debt exceeds $34 trillion. The interest payments alone consume a growing chunk of the federal budget. America is both the debt controller and increasingly the debtor, and you feel it personally. American household debt exceeds $17 trillion. Student loans, medical debt, credit cards. The same system America uses on nations, it uses on you. Dependency through debt, control through credit, exit costs more than staying. Every empire that used financial control faced the same endgame. The Medici overextended, political winds shifted, they fell. Britain's empire cost more than it extracted. Colonies revolted, it collapsed. America's challenge is different. The world is finding alternatives. Digital currencies, regional trade agreements, reduced dollar dependency. And when your power comes from being indispensable, alternatives are existential threats. And right now, we are in a very familiar verse. You just traced 700 years of financial empire evolution. Different technology, same playbook. Control the currency, control the debt, control the infrastructure. Make yourself indispensable, create dependency, ensure leaving costs more than staying. This is not ancient history. This is your world right now. Every international conflict has financial pressure behind it. Every trade deal includes debt considerations. Every political decision weighs the cost of financial exclusion.